That half a pill had enough fentanyl to kill 5 adults. My daughter Alex was a very bright light. Every time she walked in the room, her smile shined.
She was special.
Stop it.
Alex suffered from insomnia, and they prescribed her benzos.
In December 2019, Alex came home from school to spend Christmas with the family. She was happy and spent the entire day on December 22nd Christmas shopping with her mom.
She was exhausted.
She said goodnight and went to bed.
The next morning, I went into her room, and I discovered she had died.
My youngest daughter called me and said, "Dad, get home, Alex is dead."
And I saw her slumped over in front of her makeup mirror. I had to compose myself. Hold on.
I said to myself, this can't be real. The medics and sheriffs were at our home
They discovered half a pill.
and told us that Alex died of a drug overdose. Alex didn't die of an overdose. She didn't deserve to die. Once we got into Alex's phone, we saw the transaction with Alex and the drug dealer on Snapchat. She received counterfeit oxycodone made with a lethal dose of fentanyl.
This is a fatal dose of fentanyl in comparison with a penny. All it takes is 2 milligrams to kill you.
The man who sold her the drugs has been arrested and now faces federal charges.
I relive Alex's death every day. The grief from that, it never leaves.
Kids have no idea what they're getting on the internet.
The DEA estimates 40% of pills being sold on the street are laced with fentanyl.
This has robbed us of our daughter, but we can save someone else's child.
Well, Matt, Christine, I am so sorry for your loss. This should not have happened, didn't have to happen. This was criminal.
Yes.
And I want to be very clear up front. Your daughter was not a drug addict, correct?
Correct.
Certainly not a user to a point where it was affecting her life. She was a student at Arizona State University. She was maintaining good grades. She was looking for a job.
And for parents that are wondering, when we talk about getting this on social media, I know how easy that is, but describe what you learned when you looked into that.
Immediately, we started learning about fentanyl and these counterfeit pills. And a couple weeks after her death, we were able to get into her phone, and we saw that she coordinated with a drug dealer on social media and realized she was seeking oxycodone. She received a counterfeit oxycodone pill simply made of a lethal dose of fentanyl. And we need to change this narrative from overdose to murder. She was poisoned, and the person on the other side of that transaction needs to be held accountable. It's homicide.
I deal with this a lot over the last many, many years. And I've dealt with people that take 8, 10, 12 oxycodone at a time, several times during the day. She took 1/2 of one pill.
Correct.
So this wasn't somebody looking to go on a journey here. She took 1/2 of one pill.
She was
You know
complaining,
that
yeah.
because you found the other half.
Yes.
Correct. Before going to bed.
Yeah.
She wasn't at a party.
Yeah.
She said she was having insomnia issues earlier that day, she told me, and just needed a good night's sleep.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.